and welcome to day 3 of the 13 days of Halloween series. I'm so glad you are back. I hope you are enjoying the series. Rosa, Robyn, and I are having so much fun creating our Halloween projects. I will just dive into what I have created for today, and I have created some potion bottles and canisters, and I used the Green Witch paper pad by Recollections for my decorative paper. And the SVG files are from the Silhouette Design Store, and I will link those in the description box below. The first one that we have is the Eyes of Newt, and I did use some little purple gemstones just to have a little bit of bling, and I couldn't resist putting a bow there. So I used this really pretty paper with the mushrooms on it. I think it's so pretty. And the lid does come off, and I've put some crepe paper rosettes. It holds them perfectly, and there's quite a few in the canister as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention I used some shimmer purple paper in the background. I've had it in my stash forever. And the second item is the Witch Hazel bottle, which I just love this. Love the little witch. I used some rose gold paper in the background to use for the shadow effect. I put some orange rhinestones along the label and along the neck of the bottle, and then put an orange bow. And it is a functioning bottle, so you're able to take the lid off, and I did put a large orange rhinestone on top and did the internal offset for the bottle top as well using the rose gold paper. And the next one is our Warlock root, and just use the silver paper in the background in this really spooky blue paper with the skulls and some more of those mushrooms, and did the silver on the lid as well, and using the clear rhinestones. So the lids do come off, so you could put something if you were gifting some goodies to someone. And then the final one is our fine ground bat wings. So I did put some black rhinestones around the outside border, and I thought I would put 2 for the eyes. And I did put a black bow around the lid of the canister, and it does come off. And I have some bat bows that were gifted to me last year, so I just put those in here. I thought it was appropriate since it's fine ground bat wings. So thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a comment daily on our videos and be a subscriber to all of our channels to be entered into our giveaways. I'll have the rules in the description box below. Thanks for watching, and have a spectacular day. So now we're going to start on the Witch Hazel bottle. And since this is on top, I'm going to go ahead and just glue the label to the back piece. Now I'm going to glue the decorative pieces to the bottle components. Or fold over here so we can start gluing our pieces together. So I'm going to start with this one. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 tabs. So the long tab is what will go along the neck of the bottle. So we'll just glue it. Make sure we line the top piece up, and we're just going to go right up against that score line. Okay, and we're just going to do that all along. And now we will go ahead, and this one's going to fold back, this one will fold down, and that one will fold in and in. Okay, so we're just going to do the same thing along this side. Okay, and then this one I'm just sliding in above that piece, and then we'll pull this one around and line it up as well to form the bottom. We can glue the back of the bottle. I'm going to go ahead and glue this first tab just to get it lined up. And then just make sure these are folded up a little bit so they will adhere. Just put glue on all of these. Just fold this over and push it in. I do have my internal offset here, and I'm going to glue it down first for the top of the bottle. Just fold these over gently. Fold these tabs back, and I'm just going to put glue on both of these and fold this back and line it up like so. Do the same thing to the other side. And then that is our lid. Oops, it's getting caught. There we go. Yes, I love the offset. It just gives it a little something extra. And then I'm going to, I think I want that one so the skeleton handle show. I think I want this side. And I'm going to put a couple of pop dots on the back here. We'll add this to our bottle. Okay, and this is the Witch Hazel bottle. Is the, let's see here, Warlock root. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the label. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and glue the inset. We'll lay that to the side and let it dry, and now we will glue our decorative pieces to our 110 pound. Okay. So I'm going to start with the smaller piece that has two sections, and it's just going to be the neck, and then we're just going to go around all of this, and then I'll do the other side. So it's similar to the first bottle. Forgot to curve my paper here. Do it to this side, curve the paper to help it bend around. And so what I'm going to do is just put glue on the tabs, and as I go around, just line it up all the way around. Now we're going to glue this side, so make sure you line this up, and that's the right piece, because the bottom part is longer than the top part. Just going to fold this back and tuck it in. The back of the bottle, let's go ahead and glue the bottom. And get it lined up. Let's just go ahead and glue. Make sure we get the side. If you need to pull it up just a little bit, that's fine. And then I'm going to reach in and push it back. I worked the curve. I'm going to reach in with my hook and try to pull that up a little bit. Now I'm going to reach in. Whoops. And what I used was this. So I reached in and was able to pull up right there in that curve. So I'm just going to reach in here and put glue on each one of the tabs. So that looks good. And I'm going to put the Stampin' Up! Pop Dots on the back. And this goes together the same as the other bottle. I love the bottles. Now for the Eye of Newt. Now I'm going to glue my decorative pieces to the bottle. And for this, I'm using fabric tack because I feel that I can wiggle it a little bit, and this is such a big piece of paper. We'll put this to the side and let it dry, and we will glue this strip down. I'll move this to the side and let it dry. And we can glue our decorative pieces together. So now I'm just going to curve this to make it easier because we're making a circle. There are 4 circles, gives you a group of 2. So there are 2 different sizes, and you want the larger circles, the 2 larger ones, and it's not very much. It's just a little bit. The larger ones you want to take, and they will go for the lid, so the lid will fit over the bottom. So we have the 2 smaller of the 4 for the bottom, and we're going to wrap this around and glue the tabs. And the designer has designed it, which I like when they do this. We can just wrap this around that, which is good. So I'm going to put some glue on our tabs. I'm going to do about 3 to 4. I'll do 3 this time to start out with. And I'm just going to get these to hook on the circle. And I'm going to do this all the way around. So I'm going to put some glue on this, and I'm going to put some glue on the inside here to make sure we line this up, with the top. So I've just lined this up with the top, making sure it's circular. And now we can put the circle on the bottom to cover up our tabs that we. So now let's curve this like the bottom. This one's a little bit easier because it's not so big. And we're going to do the same thing as we did the bottom. We're just going to go around and glue these down. Glue underneath. So we'll tuck it in, and I'm going to do this to make sure it does go over, and it does. So I'm going to let's see here if I can get that over a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that's the lid. Double check it again before the glue dries. Perfect fit. Okay, so now we can glue the other circle over the top. Okay, so we have the top glued, and now we can glue on the decorative paper for the top of the lid. I'm going to attach the front or the top, and I want to make sure the seam is in the back. So I'm going to line it up like so. And that's the top, and I've got the seams where the seams are in the back, and now I want to put this part. So we want to curve it. I'm going to bring my mug over again and just work this a little bit. And my bone folder, I wanted to use the mug to kind of get it started. And let's see, that looks pretty good. And we'll put some pop dots on the back. Now we have our eyes of Newt.